All right, we're here today with Delice Downing, the head volleyball coach, and her assistant, Jessica Anderson. How you guys doing today?
Great. How about you?
Can't complain. It's starting to get cold, so it's starting to get really nice outside.
You like that?
Well, I'm from Florida, and Daytona Beach, so
so
I'm used to the hot,
right?
Or the heat, and then all of a sudden
you're ready to see some ice and snow.
I am just a little bit. I mean,
not ice. Don't bring the ice.
Yeah,
the snow is fine.
Right.
Ice gets a little bit too dangerous, I guess.
Yes.
I'm not too.
After a day of it, you'll be ready to get back to Daytona.
I already am. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Well, kind of want to talk to you guys about your season so far. 32-2 on the season. Had a 29-game winning streak, and it was snapped by number 2 Parkland.
Yeah.
Kind of go through that for a little bit.
Well, the winning streak was great. Our goal is to win every match. Mm-hmm. So, when a loss comes up, it hurts, no matter who it's to. I guess being to Parkland, it prepares us better for the national tournament. It's going to help us. Mm-hmm. But, our winning streak, we'd rather have it start in November than have it go from August to October and then be done. So
of course,
we have a good winning streak starting in November. We don't lose. We're national champions. So
yeah, absolutely,
that's a good time to have a good winning streak.
We're going to get back on the roll with that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We've already started. We're at right now 3-0. So
yes. And talking about your team, I mean, we were just talking about it. We've had 3 Player of the Weeks. Adiana Reyes was this last week's, and she was also the setter and the offensive Player of the Week. Right. Kind of tell her impact on the team.
I have no idea how she was the setter of the week. She never sets. I take that back. Right. We're not complaining. I take that back because this past weekend our setter got sick in the Parkland match, and so in the second match versus North Dakota, Nany did set for us, and so she did a really good job. She's a phenomenal player. She can do a little bit of everything for us, and she's fun to be on the court with. I know the girls really. They go off of her intensity. So if she's on, we're all on. Mm-hmm. If she's in a rut, we're struggling. But she's fun. She's fun.
And the matches that we've been there and being able to record and kind of just document the games and everything, she seems like she's the life of the team. She seems, like you just said, when she's going hard, the whole team follows suit.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of impressive to have as a freshman.
Yes.
Coming in. And like we talked about last time, I mean, it's something that we're able to build on. Or I say we, but definitely you guys are able to build on for next year.
Absolutely. She is great. Jess, don't you agree?
Yeah. Nany has a great finesse game, honestly. Like Coach said, they all build off of her. If she's having a good game, I mean, I feel like I'm having a good game. Right. So, yeah.
Well, I see you kind of feed off of Delice out there on the court. You get fired up too.
Yeah.
A couple times refs have to kind of push you back a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had plenty of that. So
the old player come out in you? You want to get out there and do it?
Yes. I mean, it's only a couple years out. So, I'm kind of like, whoa.
Right.
No,
right.
Can't go out. Yeah, I'm always asking Delice to suit me up. But
right.
I'm sure we can find some eligibility somewhere.
Right. I'm tempted. Very tempted.
Yeah, how's your GPA, right?
Yeah. It's fine.
You got to start taking classes again. I mean, I don't want to do so. I don't know
no
if you
way.
Take a couple of broadcasts and you'll be fine.
Yeah, fine.
How, as a coach, coaching staff, how do you guys, after a loss to Parkland, a good team, how do you guys get the girls back on track to, like you said, finish it out and go win, a winning streak in November?
Short-term memory. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from what happened. Yes, we dwell on it, but we got to get them to get over it quickly because we got to play the next match. But also learn what we need to do to beat a team like Parkland come later on in the season. So it's not about what happened. It's how we're going to fix it in the next match.
Right. You and I kind of talked very briefly about the winning streak. We talked about it for the article.
Yeah.
And you pointed out it's very easy for a team to be like, well, we lost after coming a big winning streak. Well, it was because of you. It was because of you. And I mean, you guys didn't do that. I mean, you guys went on. You won your next 3.
Right.
You played a night, and then hopefully that continues to happen. Which I think it will. Being a homer, I guess. But
yeah.
How do you credit that? Is it team chemistry? Is it leadership? Is it?
It's absolutely. I think it's a little bit of both. It's chemistry and leadership. Our captains brought everyone together and said, "Hey, that one happened. We got to bounce back. We got to pick up where we left off, and we've got to get this next match because we can easily drop and dwell into that loss, or we can get better." And the bond that these girls have, they definitely jumped on the fact that we're going to have 2 new setters on the court. We're going to have to make some adjustments for them in the next match, and we made those adjustments and played well. Played well as a team, as a unit. Our sideline got even louder. Our team chemistry got even better, and I think it also went over into our match at the Neo Show quad the other day, and it kept going. Like, we got more cheers, we got more chants on the sideline. Our team on the court's even louder and dynamic. We made some changes in our lineup a little bit, and it's definitely increased our offense even more. So if you thought we were explosive earlier, just wait till you see us again.
What kind of changes have you made for the offense?
Well, with Nany, for example, we've moved her from the outside to the right side, which helps us in the setting, but it also gives us an offense on the left and the right side. We were struggling not with a lot of offense on our right side, and we like that. And that was the biggest change. So Nany's now on the right side and Cameron's on the outside, and that also helps us with the bigger block, and it also helps us with more offense.
Okay. Talking about players a little bit, the first week, Dakari Dennis, correct? She was player of the week. How have you seen her grow from week 1 to now?
A lot. She has changed. She's quicker to the ball. I can say that. She's also becoming offensive minded as a setter. I think in the past, her coaches have told her you cannot dump the ball. You've got to set it every single time. Even when it's tight, you want to try and set it. Well, we're like, if it's tight in your front row, put the ball down on their side of the floor.
Right.
Get the point. We want the ball on their side, and she's learning that more and more. Her offense has gotten quicker, so the hitters are quicker. That means we're beating the block faster. The ball's going down on their side. Dakari is a force to be reckoned with. To be a freshman and with this group of girls, she's grown quickly. She's number 1 in assists in our conference. Yep. I think so, and number 3 in the nation, somewhere like that.
I know she's up there. I know the conference one's correct. Yeah.
Right. So that's big for a freshman setter because you have a lot of pressure, a lot of stuff riding on your shoulders. So I think she's taking it and doing a really good job.
Teaching, freshmen, from coaching standpoint, teaching them the college game and teaching them, like you said, get the point whenever you can. It's a much different mindset than when they come in from a high school. Yes. It's less regimented and more athletic, I would say. Right.
Definitely.
Going into your next conference game is October 18th against KCK. Going into that, how do you prepare your team for a team that we've already beaten and, not to take them lightly?
Every game we play, we don't take anyone lightly. We know there's a target on our back, and so we're hungry for it. Our practices are hard, are intense, and we're ready for anyone that steps on the court against us, especially a team like KCK. You never know what you're going to get. They're a young group of girls, but very athletic group of girls. So we're not taking anyone lightly. We are prepared, over-prepared sometimes. Jess is very on camera, watching film, getting the girls prepared with the paper part, and then we get to practice, and we go hard.
Right. The theme of it is go hard.
Go hard. Go hard or go home. That's it. It's late in October, so we can't, this is not the time to start settling and start just thinking it's just going to happen for us. This is the time to get better each and every day.
Absolutely. Jessica, as an assistant coach, how have you grown in this past couple of years that you've been here at CCC?
Oh my gosh.
Kind of put you on the spot right there.
Right. No. First of all, I just like to thank Delice, for letting me have this chance of growing with her, going with this amazing team she's created. And honestly, I don't think that I've had the leadership skills that I had now than I had then. I was kind of like laid back when I first walked in. I was like, okay, guys, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. And Delice is like, no, get in there and tell them, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And I think the first year I kind of wanted to create trust with the girls, like, I'm here for you, I can help you, Like I've said, I'm only a few years out, the ball game hasn't changed that much.
Right.
And I think the girls have really bitten into me. Delice lets me step up when I want to. She's actually letting me coach one set before the match in Kansas City, Kansas, and it was fun. A little nerve-wracking, but I think
she did a great job.
And I think I just kind of seen it myself, and the girls kind of seen it like, I'm growing. I'm there. My goal is to be a head coach. Am I ready? Yeah, I think I'm ready, but right. I have a lot of room to grow, and I'm only going to do that with Delice. So.
Absolutely. Well, last year was your first year, correct?
Right.
And you go to the national tournament.
Yeah.
And that's a huge step.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people.
This
have
girl's
done it.
resume is unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying already. I mean, some people have been doing this for years and they haven't even cracked
Absolutely.
that. So that's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between your coaching life from when you were a player?
I can remember secretly rolling my eyes at my coach thinking, you don't know what you're talking about. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And now it's like, oh, this is why I was doing that. You know, when you had got 3 days off, why are we conditioning Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when we got a game on Thursday? Well, you got to stay in shape because you're traveling. You got days off for studies. And, you know, it's just kind of like, wow. Sometimes I'm like, why did I not listen more? You know, why did I not bite into what they were saying? You know, because it's just like, oh, they actually do know what they're talking about. You know,
Right.
I can't have that one mindset of, well, I got this many kills the last set, so don't tell me what to do this set. You know, not that I had that mentality, but
Right.
you know, it's just it's a whole nother world, and I actually like it. I mean, kind of wish I would have coached while I was playing, you know, because
Right.
it opens up the court more. I'm like, oh yeah, there was that whole time.
You
so
get the eagle eye view of it. I mean, as
Exactly.
a coach, I mean, we're not playing anymore, but we get to see every little
See it.
detail of
Yep.
it. And you know, as players, I didn't see it either until I started coaching.
right,
So I mean, I piggyback on that 100%.
I think going from coach to player, or from player to coach, it's probably the toughest transition you can have, especially when you're fresh out of college. You know, and I think that was probably Jess's weakness. Her first year was trying to transition from, I want to play. Oh no, I got to help these girls. I got to make these girls better. But she's done that, and you know, our middles they're a replication of her. I mean, they listen to her very well and they follow what she says. And I mean, Jess has a great story. Her freshman year, she was volleyball was not her sport. I mean, it was more, she was an athlete, you know, to train her to be a volleyball player her freshman and sophomore year. Then her junior year, she was an All-American at Arkansas Fort Smith. I mean, her story is so good that when she comes back, we get all our new girls in. That's the story we tell first. Like, it can happen to you too.
Right.
This is not the end. You know, our goal is to get you to the next level, and I think Jess is a good representative of that. So she definitely is my bad cop, good cop mentality. Sometimes bad cop, good cop.
sometimes. I mean, you know, in between matches, Delice makes a new lineup, and I've gotten not to say I've gotten comfortable, but you know, I think I've taken on the assistant lead of get in there and do some good butt ripping. You know,
Yeah.
not that they don't need it, but they need it sometimes. Like, hey, you know, if you just, you know, play coach's defense, see this, do that, go off the scouting report. This is it. Like,
Right.
just do it, you know. And sometimes I can feel the veins popping out of my head and my face getting really red. And then Delice comes, I'm like, okay, good cop again.
Whenever you
Got
need a little
this.
bit of a break, she takes
There you go.
over.
She jumps right in.
Getting back to the impressive season, looking at the sets, you guys have won 95 out of 114 sets.
Wow.
During this year, not just streak, but the year. I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's a pretty telltale sign of how well your team plays.
Thank you.
And I think only 4 times you guys have gone to the 5th set.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, domination would be the key word for me for that. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that is the definition. Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, they come in and it's just like it's 1, 2, 3. And I mean, sometimes it's very quick and sometimes it's entertaining, but it's still
Yeah.
the same result.
Well, I didn't know that stat. That feels pretty good to hear that. What even is greater for me is that those 5th sets, those 5th ones, we've won those.
Oh yeah.
And so that says a lot about a team that you have, because you can get in that 5th set and you can fold quickly. I don't know, we get an even better spark. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to spread that news with my players.
I know when the broadcast team, I tell them at the beginning of the year, because last year I didn't know anything about volleyball, so
Yeah.
I was really shocked at how quickly those matches can be over with when you guys
Yeah.
really turn it on. And so I was telling them, like, hey, it can, but the Cali game, I think from start to finish went about 2.5, almost 3 hours, because
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
super exciting. Probably maybe not for you guys as much sometimes, but it was awesome to get that win in the 5th. But then I think the last home game you had was Heston, and
Yeah.
that was about a 40-minute match. And so I tell them, I was like, it can be over very quickly. So we talk about it all the time. It's like, just, you know, volleyball, there's no time limit.
Right.
But
Right.
just how, again, the domination has
Absolutely.
been very impressive, and it just seems like sometimes these girls, they get into a run and it goes real quick.
Yeah. We definitely like the sweeps.
Oh, absolutely.
As long as we're sweeping.
Less risk of injury. You guys get to go home earlier. Sweeps are always perfect.
Absolutely.
And talking about that fifth set, I mean, when we talk about Callie, and we're not talking anything about them, but in that fifth set, you guys were able to, like you said, they died down, and we took that, I don't want to say easily, but we definitely handed it to them.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, that's how easy a team can fold in the fifth set. So,
yes,
like you said, getting to the fifth set and winning consistently with it, I mean, that speaks volumes.
Yeah, the fifth set's like overtime in a basketball game. So, you don't have 25 points to get it. You have 15, and you got to get those 15 first. And I don't like a spark. Something happens in their head, and it just clicks. I wish it happens in the fourth set or in the third set, but it clicks, and when it happens, they just turn it up, and they know that everything is a positive. Got to be positive out there in the fifth set. Your serve's got to be in. You got to be out. You can't be in the net. You can't make the mental mistakes. You got to put the ball on their side of the court, and they start doing that, and I don't know. It seems to work. It's working so far.
I would say so.
That spark, that attitude. The attitude of this team, how does it relate to teams you've had previously, maybe last year's team and then some of your better teams in the past? What is it? Is this team kind of in line with those, or is there something a little bit different?
Between, you compare teams, like last year's team and this year's team, our spark is, we're more explosive at the net, I think. Last year's team, our setter was our spark. This year, it's more of our hitters are our spark. Our setter remains calm. She's more calm this year. And I think having our hitters be the explosive spark is what we need. We need those hitters to score. I think last year's and this year's team, they're very similar, but they're also very different because we're not as old. We're younger, but yet we're smarter. Like our IQ of the volleyball court is a lot better. Last year's team, we were more experienced, and it just seemed to work for us. It clicked. I don't know. Help.
Honestly, I think there's just a lot of trust. Our girls really, like I said, they bite into what we have to say, and they trust each other. Just like, a fifth set is all about trust. Like, let me put this ball in your hands. You put it down. My setter is like, get me a pass. My hitter's like, I can finish that pass from the set, and they trust each other. And like, no matter who's out on the court, like this weekend, it was all about trust and new fun. And it didn't matter who coach put out there. Go ahead, give me the ball.
Yeah.
They just trust each other. Not that they didn't last year, but they're just.
There's a 16 group of girls that are very close, very close, and it, like Jess said, it could be anyone out there. And our defense and our serve receive it's very good right now. If you're passing well and serve receive, you're going to win a lot of sets, and that's what we're doing. We're passing really well. Our libero is doing great for us. And then Nany and our DSs that come in, they are doing really well in the passing lanes, and it makes it work. So if we're passing, our middles are scoring. If you're not passing, you're struggling. And right now we're clicking, so let's keep clicking.
Absolutely. You brought up trust and team chemistry and everything. Do you guys do anything for team chemistry, like team bonding? Do you guys? I know, college basketball guys, they'll take them whitewater rafting, but obviously we're not doing that. But do you guys do any like team gathering? Like how do you guys do it?
All the time we're trying to bring team chemistry and team bonding. Like the beginning of the year, we'll take a team camping trip, or the girls think it's outdoor camping, but it's more indoor for me because I'm not good out in the outdoors. But we'll go inside and we'll do team, nothing with the volleyball, nothing with the net, but they got to learn to work together. So there's no cell phones, no computers. You got to learn how to make your own food, put your own camping gear together. Then we'll do like all those minute to win it games and competition stuff, and how do you bond, and it starts there. And then preseason's tough, but throughout different nights, like night before a game, we'll have a team curfew set, but we'll also have a team meeting, and in that meeting we'll get prepared for the game again, but we'll also do some team fun stuff. So we'll do some games, or girls like to runway walk, so we'll turn the music up and let them model down, and just different things like that. And I think that it helps when it's not on the volleyball court all the time.
Of course.
Outside the court is how you make the team grow.
I'm sure turning in the cell phones, the computers and iPads are tough, especially for people today.
Yes, it is tough. And our three girls that the families in Puerto Rico, they're struggling right now. And I think having such a close team with them is what's making them get through this. So that's also another thing. We take care of each other. The girls brought them blankets and cards just to let them know that we love them. That your comfort is we're with them.
Right.
That's awesome.
And I thought that was really cool that you guys did the moment of silence, and Callie did participate with that. That was very moving, very touching. It was good to see.
Well, it's more than sports in that moment, and
Absolutely.
I give them a lot of credit. Just give everybody in that room a lot of credit.
Absolutely, it's bigger. Yes.
Well, as we get moving forward for the national tournament and believing that we'll make it, we want to wish you all the luck, and we'll be out there for all the games.
Thank you very much. Districts is first.
Yes.
So we got that'll be two big matches. Hopefully we'll be hosting district. We'll know for sure probably in the next couple weeks.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you.